Once again, today is a Saturday. Sorry, not Sunday. Saturday evening here in Gwangju, Korea. Gwangju is about 3 hours south of Seoul by highway bus, but it's about 1.5 hours by fast train or gaotie by in Chinese from Seoul to Gwangju. I am Korean. I work for Korea Telecom, the number one carrier in Korea. But in 4 years' time, I need to jump out of the company because of retirement. And that means I need to look for a new job because I'm still young, right? 60 years, you still are young. So in that time, I need to be prepared. So that's why I am learning Chinese and English, of course. I learned English on my own. I was with the U.S. Army for 2.5 years, here in Korea, of course. I was not a U.S. soldier, but I was assigned to the U.S. Army as a Korean soldier. We have that kind of a program. We work together, right? Each other as a partners. As a part of my desire to practice English, I choose kind of a random article from the internet and read it until I am satisfied. Usually, the reading duration is about 30 minutes plus and minus, give and take, right? Or 左右，I chose this article because I just finished my travel to Xi'an, China, from November 6th to November 11th. So that's about 5 days ago. So let's learn why there seems to be a problem with staying at a hotel or using a hair dryer, especially. I've never read this article before, so I am super excited about what they have to say. This article about the hair dryer. This article is from brightside.me, and it was written by Aidana A. Right? If you've ever been curious about what happens behind the scenes at hotels, behind the scenes, right? Behind the scenes, back to basics. There's more going on than you might expect. Some of these insights may even have you reconsidering your next stay, really. Xingni, when you leave your luggage intentionally or unknowingly, we keep it in a small room, not visible from the outside. There, your luggage is mishandled in the worst way possible. If it's big enough, we sit on it. If it's small enough, we play football with it. Anubhav Karan South Korea. I worked the night shift at a hotel and had to prepare breakfast. I will never eat scrambled eggs at a hotel again unless I see the cook breaking the eggs. How much food can be bought in mass and prepared in under 5 minutes is disgusting. Ready to cook egg mix. Just pour it onto a pan and heat the ooze up. 5 minutes later, scrambled eggs doesn't taste good at all. Damn. Ready to cook egg mix. Just pour it into a pan and heat the ooze up. Ooze, right? Oozing out of your wound, right? It doesn't matter how expensive your room is. Please don't use the hotel hairdryer because it can be pretty germy, according to a microbiologist. While hotel rooms are often cleaned with hygiene in mind, there are still areas that don't get the same level of attention. 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 For instance, restrooms are usually sanitized regularly, but items like hair dryers tend to be overlooked in the cleaning process. Hair dryers tend to be overlooked. Hair dryers tend to be overlooked. Hair dryers tend to be overlooked. If you ever need to cancel a hotel reservation, but it's already past the cancellation deadline, just call and move your reservation up a few days. Wait 5 minutes, call back now well within the cancellation window, and cancel your stay for free. That's a good idea. I didn't think about it. I'll just move the reservation up a little bit, up a few days, and wait 5 minutes and call back. And now we're within the cancellation window, and cancel your stay for free. I worked in the numerous luxury five-star properties worldwide. You will be surprised if you know the food quality in buffets. I've seen yellow food coloring added and labeled as saffron sauce. Pan-fried sea bass is a pan-fried white fish that comes in generic bags labeled white fish, right? Generic bags labeled white fish. People change the expiration date on stuff so that the food cost doesn't increase. Damn, in generic bags labeled white fish. Generic bags. Housekeepers only change the sheets, not the coverlet or the second blanket, unless it's been stained and we're unable to hide it. Housekeepers only change the sheets, not the coverlet, or the second blanket, coverlet. If you like big bathrooms, ask for a handicap accessible room with a roll in the shower. Normally about twice the size of standard bathroom, but without the tub. If you don't like your room, ask for the manager after the first night and kindly state that you felt an itching in the night and you think that something bit you. After investigation, you found an approximately 1.5 centimeter long black bug on your sheets. Tell them that might have been a bed bug. Just whisper that word so no other guest hears it. Say that if they find a different room for you, you don't need to include this detail in your TripAdvisor review. If you are friendly and polite, free upgrades to suites, right? Suites this time and the next times. Free upgrades. That's good expression, man. Free upgrades to your suites. This time and the next times. Free upgrades to suites this time and the next times. Free upgrades to suites this time and next times. Those tiny free bottles of shampoo you find in your hotel room, please don't use them. We are not allowed to tell guests this, but those bottles are often refilled with expired products. Instead of replacing them, housekeeping collects the bottles, refills them from large bulk containers, and reseals them. The problem? Those bulk containers have been sitting in storage for months, often past their expiration date. Those bulk containers have been sitting in storage for months. Often past their expiration date. It doesn't hurt to ask if there's a better rate. Depending on the property, if you are nice, the front desk has the power to do a lot with your rate. At one property I worked at, if we were almost full and it was past 9 p.m., I could cut 50% off the rate if I felt like it. And at most, though, I can only really give a 10% discount. I can do it for almost any reason. It doesn't hurt to ask if there's a better rate, right? Free upgrades to suites this time and the next times. It doesn't hurt to ask for a better rate. It doesn't hurt to ask if there's a better rate. Spread a towel out on the counter before putting your stuff on it. Because I know some of my coworkers would go from floor to shower to toilet to sink with the same rag. My coworkers would go from floor to shower to toilet to sink with the same rag. I know people who would do twice 12 rooms or more with two rags, bathroom and no bathroom. Nobody cared, and the goal was to remove all traces of the last guest and make it smell nice. Damn. Never sleep directly on a pillow in a hotel. Always bring your pillowcase and cover it. We can't tell guests this, but the hotel pillows are rarely washed. The pillowcases get changed, sure, but the pillows themselves, they are only cleaned if there's an obvious stain or odor. Most of the time, they just get reused over and over again. I've seen pillows in rooms that have been there for months, maybe even years, without being properly cleaned. Noise complaints will be promptly ignored. Why? Because the sound carries from several rooms above you, and most people don't know which room is loud, even when it's next to them. Being one room off is the difference between asking someone to keep it down and waking up the rage lady at 3 a.m. I will go up and listen to see if I can pinpoint the room, but if I can't, then you are just gonna have to deal with it. Ask the hotel to remove such fees as Wi Fi, newspaper, gym, and pool. These are often included, but they will be removed if requested. Really. If you are aiming to make your next hotel stay feel like a luxurious 5-star getaway, we've put together a list of handy tips to help you tackle common hotel hassles. These tricks can smooth out those little annoyances and alleviate your experience. 5-star getaway, right? Well, this article is rather short again, but quite informational. I don't know why we should not use a hair dryer, right? It doesn't say anything specific, but we need to be careful with putting things on the counter. Pillowcase always covered, right? Cover the pillow. The rags, right, and the bags. Baggages, they just sit on it, kick on it, and bed sheets, they are changed, but the coverlet and blankets, they just stay there unless they have a stain or odor, right? And problem. Also, it doesn't hurt to ask for a better rate, right? You can move your reservations up several days and cancel it to avoid cancellation fees. That's good idea, man. That's the point. Well, thanks for listening. Have a wonderful Saturday. Bye bye. Yep, his poor chai is very good.